In today's video, we're going to go ahead and replace the fork seals on the Fastace forks for a Surron. You're going to want to go ahead and break that top cap loose while the fork is on the bike, and then remove the fork with the 5mm Allen heads and the 19mm axle nut. Go ahead and put that in a bench vise with some soft jaws. This is kind of what it looks like going in and out. We're going to go ahead and remove this top cap next. You're going to want to use 2 adjustable wrenches. Go ahead and break this loose, and then you should be able to thread it off by hand the rest of the way. So once you've got that removed, you're going to watch out for this little bitty screw in the top. It's one of your clicker settings. Now the fork is on the table, we're going to go ahead and pour all the oil out. I've already done that, and I kind of poured it all over myself, so don't do that. But here's the fork. Now we're going to go ahead and pull this thing apart. Super easy. Pops right open. Go ahead and set the fork tube and stuff down on some microfiber towels so you're not scratching up your forks. And now we're going to remove this dust seal. Pops out with your hand. There is a clip inside of here that's going to hold in your oil seal or your fork seal. Going to go and grab a flathead screwdriver, and we're going to pull this out. Super easy. You just start on one of the indented portions of it, and there's like 3 or 4 of them, and you just pop it out. Super easy. Going to go ahead and set that to the side. And now we're going to work on removing the oil seal or the fork seal. You can do this with a little bitty pry bar. That's what I'm using. Comes out super easy. Use the flashlight, look around in there. Don't be gouging in on all the metal and stuff. Just right on the bottom of the seal. Pull it right out. We've got our SKF seals here. The part number and stuff will be linked in the description box down below, and I'll also show them right here in a second. You're going to want to look at your seal and the way that it came out. There's 2 lips right here, and the lips go up in the fork, so on the left side. So the fork seal is going to go in like this. Just be mindful of that, and you want to go ahead and set this down. I pushed mine in by hand. I don't know if all of these forks are going to be a little bit different. I don't know if you need a seal driver tool or not. Then I want to go ahead and put this clip in here. You'll hear the snap, and we are ready to assemble the dust seal. Gonna go ahead and press this dust seal back in just by hand. A seal driver for my fork was not needed. And now we are ready to grease up the bottom stanchion tube and go ahead and slide this thing in. Switch a little bit of fork oil on that, and then drive this fork tube up in here. Goes in super easy. Try to do that as straight as possible. You don't want to risk cutting a seal. And now this right here, it's for the clicker setting up top. We're going to thread that in just a little bit, and then you'll see right there it actually has like a flathead screwdriver built into that clicker setting. So you're going to screw this down, and then you're going to feel of it, and you should hear audible clicks, and it should be functioning properly. Then you're going to go ahead and run that all the way down and torque it. You don't want to torque stuff super tight. All of this is super soft. Moving on to the fork oil, we're going to do 10 ounces or 300 milliliters is what Fastace calls for, and 300 milliliters to ounces is pretty much 10.1. So there we go. Gonna go ahead and pour that in there, and you might have to carefully work the fork up and down so all of the oil will fit inside of the fork. So whenever it overfills, you'll just move the fork up and down like so. And then that's going to give you a little bit extra room to put that final little bit of fork oil in there. Then you're going to slowly compress this and expand the fork, pull it out, and torque this top cap down. You don't have to get this super tight. I highly recommend just torquing that down once you get the fork back in the triple clamps on the bike. So here's our SKF seals installed in the Fastace forks. These are Fastace 2.0s. Right here's the SKF seal kit that I used. Right here's the fork oil that I used, along with the measuring cup to measure the fork oil. 2 adjustable wrenches, a flathead, and a pry bar. You're gonna need a 19mm for your axle nut, some cutters for the zip ties, and some Allen wrenches, and some more zip ties. Here is the forks installed. It's a 3mm Allen head for the fork guard, by the way, forgot to mention that. So here's 1 factory seal and 1 SKF seal. Now you're going to want to go ahead and seat those seals. Push in your forks in and out, in and out, in and out, about 10 times. Go ahead and check them. Nice and dry. They're not leaking anymore. Gonna go ahead and, for whatever reason, keep on doing this. Put the bike back on the stand. And guys, we are officially ready to ride. No more leaky fork seals. Catch y'all in the next one.